Hey everyone, welcome. I'm MisterBo and we have yet more Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled images to take a look at. This week we've already had 3 brand new images. We got one of Polar Pass, we got one of Papu's Pyramid, and we got one of Dingo Canyon from the Nintendo UK website. Now if you missed those images, you can click the link in the description below to be taken over to that video, or there'll be a link in the top right hand of the corner right now. So I thought we'd only be getting those 3 images, that'd be done, and then next week we'd maybe get some more. But no, Beenox and Crash Bandicoot on Twitter said let's give them more Polar Pass, so we have the usual 1 concept art piece and then 2 pieces of the actual track in game. And like with my previous videos, we'll be taking a look at those, I'll be giving you my thoughts on those, and then we'll hop into the original CTR on the PS1 and I will try and line up the screenshots as best as I can to the original so you can get some comparison of what the game used to look like and what it looks like now. So let's start off with that piece of concept art. Now straight away, it looks very faithful to the original. If you just showed me this image with no context, I would have straight away said this is Polar Pass. In fact, this could be a concept art piece from the original Crash Team Racing for Polar Pass. It's very close to the original. However, it seems like Beenox wanted to maybe make the track stand out a little bit more, give it a new lease of life and spice it up a little bit. Firstly, let's just take a look at that concept art compared to the original CTR, just so you can see how close that concept art was to the original. So as you can see on screen, they are pretty close. But now let's go ahead and take a look at what Polar Pass actually looks like in game. So this week they didn't give us a direct screenshot from the concept art like we've been getting before. This is slightly further along in the track, just a little bit around the corner, but you can see we have those boost pads. This is that tight turn where you're usually going to be drifting around it, and well, you can notice they've given the track this sort of Viking-y village kind of look. It kind of lines up a little bit more with some of those snow levels we saw in the original Crash trilogy. And some people might say, well, this is a little bit unfaithful to the original, but personally, I don't mind it. Everything I've seen so far from these tracks has been great. I love the additions that Beenox is giving it. We can see there's a ton of polar bears up on the hill there, overlooking the track. We have a crashed wreckage of a ship there. I personally really like it. So here is the best angle I could get in the original. Obviously, I can't float over the water in the original, so this is the best you're going to get. But you can see how much different it is. The track almost seems a little bit brighter as well. And the third and final screenshot we got is this, basically just turned around from where we were previously, looking at the racers jump on those boost pads. Obviously we have Polar there, because it's Polar Pass. We then have Pura, Cortex and Dingo Dial. In the background you can see the TNT crate and you can see the dreaded Warp Orb, which hopefully isn't going to be super annoying when playing online. Obviously it's the equivalent of the blue shell. If you haven't played CTR before, you throw this item out and it's going to go straight to the person in first place, or if you've got a juiced up Warp Orb, it will hit everyone it passes. So we're going to have to wait and see how that is going to be in online gameplay, because in the original the NPCs couldn't actually use that, only you could use that. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see how that affects online multiplayer gameplay. But you do get a nice angle here of some of the other little houses plotted around the map. We can see the sort of walrus statue with the flame on top of his head. Personally, I'm really loving this. Again, here is the closest I could get to a comparison shot. It's still very faithful, but yeah, just adds this little bit more character to the track. Now these images are only getting me even more hyped up. I can't wait to see what they do to some other tracks. We're probably going to be getting another 3 screenshots next week, so let me know in the comments below which track do you want to see up next. If I had to take a guess, it's probably going to be Tiny Arena. I reckon they're going to be sort of sticking to the tracks that relate to characters at the moment, so Tiny Arena, maybe Coco Park. I would love to see a Dragon Mines or Hot Air Skyway and get our first proper look at one of the boss characters. I know we got a glimpse of Komodo Joe and we got a pretty good look at Ripperoo in the first trailer, but I'd like to see one of those boss characters up a little bit more close and personal. And I really cannot wait to see what Oxide Station is looking like in this game, because all of these tracks so far, they're kind of using elements we've seen in the Insane trilogy, but obviously there wasn't anything like Oxide Station in the original 3 Crash games, so it's going to be interesting to see what Oxide Station looks like in these new Crash games, and what Oxide himself is going to look like as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments below which track do you think they're going to give us a glimpse of next. As I said in my previous video, we've got to be probably pretty close to a brand new trailer or just some straight up gameplay of one of these tracks in action. I'm still waiting to see what the UI looks like, because I think that is going to be something that Hopefully sticks pretty close to the original. But there you have it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these breakdown videos of the screenshots we do get from Crash Nitro-Fueled. I will be doing some other types of Nitro-Fueled videos leading up to launch that will be coming in the next couple of weeks. But if you guys enjoyed this video or if you found it helpful in any way, feel free to give the like button a big old hug. If you have any feedback, let me know in the comments below. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe for more gaming content and coverage. And if you do, also boop that bell icon so you're notified when my future videos go live. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you around. Bye bye.